you all know, as I said in the starting, we are basically having a review session with for the people who had conducted. We did YYE, and there were 12 students to start with, and we have never done a review class and an exam for that because of Corona. And today we have started. It's going on currently there, and it was actually my request to Muthu sir to make Anish speak little, because he is the one I have seen him from first his youth YYE class in 2016. Where that's the time when I moved here, and I have seen him keep practicing it on a regular basis. So basically, when rather than when somebody from the same student community speak, it will be a great push to them for the other students. That's the reason I had asked Anish. And you also know all Anish is son of Muthu sir, and currently he's doing his BCom final year. He's going to complete in few weeks, but before that itself, he has actually completed his CA Inter in his first attempt, and he's doing articleship with Ernst & Young in Bangalore currently. And I think this is his Anish's first speech could be, and it's nice that he speaks with the kids and to share his experience and the benefits he has attained by following our meditation and all our practices, what he has learned. Welcome, Anish. And now you can go ahead.
Okay. So, hi everyone. I've attended the youth development sessions from here, and I just wanted to share a couple of things which greatly impacted me, which could say that changed my life to a better direction, and I really hope it helps you in some way. So, starting off with something which I heard recently and which has been on my mind on a very regular basis, which is what if you had 86,400, let's say, Qatari Riyal on your bank account every morning, and by the end of the day, this 86,400 Riyal just vanishes, whether you spend it or you don't spend it. Okay, irrespective of where you spend it on, or if you spend it at all, this 86,400 vanishes, and the next day you get a fresh set of 86,400 Riyal. If this was the scenario, so what would you do? Wouldn't you spend every last bit of the money? Because the next day you just get a fresh set of 86,400 Riyal. So you would just spend every last bit of it on all the things that you want to do, or let's say investments you want to make, and so on and so forth. So the question here is this possible? No, of course not. But what I'm trying to tell is that we do get 86,400 seconds every day. One thing which I still practice and which I understood from these classes is the importance of time and how we choose to spend it or invest it matters a lot. So we get 86,400 seconds every day, and by the end of that day, it all vanishes, and tomorrow we get a fresh set of 86,400 seconds. So once it's lost, you can never get it back, right? From this, what I'm trying to say is basically two things. One, have fun, have lots of fun in life, choose to spend every minute with happiness, and be grateful for everything that you have. And second thing is invest it. Basically, in these classes, we would learn a couple of things, let's say starting from basic exercises, meditation, and one amazing thing known as Kaya Kalpa. So let's say we take 10 to 15 minutes, or even better, let's say half an hour of your day, and you spend for these things, that would be like an investment for your future. Your future self would thank you a lot. So I am over here and I'm able to tell you this because there have been numerous instances where all these have helped me. Starting off with, let's say, Kaya Kalpa, because that has had a major impact in my life. It's like a 3-minute exercise that you do on a day-to-day basis, and that has a very drastic impact. Let me tell you that. To take an example, so obviously when I was preparing for my uh, CA exams, or even a lot of other cases where I had to pull an all-nighter, and let's say I had work, or I couldn't work, and I had to work all night, and the next day I had to go back to classes, and so on. So like a 3 minutes of Kaya Kalpa would instantly refresh me. Initially, when I started off doing this, when I was in the classes, I never used to do it on a regular basis, and I never used to feel the immediate effect. But when once you start doing it consistently on a day-to-day basis, every day feels much better. Once you do it, let's say one day I'm not able to do it, I would be able to feel the difference. So that's how much of an impact a 3 minute exercise can have on you. So this is a gold mine, guys. This is something which you stepped on, which is a gold mine, and you might not realize the value of it now, but at one point you will. So that's Kaya Kalpa. And I mean, meditation and exercise, these exercises are very simple, and it basically does the same thing as all the other, rigorous and difficult exercises do. It helps you keep your health in balance. Not going to speak much about that because I'm pretty sure you would have heard lots and lots of it. So Kaya Kalpa, don't ever miss that out. And another thing is, I don't know if you've had these classes yet. So when I was in these classes, there was one session on the power of mind. Okay, and that session I still very clearly remember. So especially with these PPTs in these classes, so I clearly remember there was this one PPT which was showing uh, the microscopic images of water molecules, saying where to one, I think one bottle of water, someone, there was an experiment where someone goes and says I love you, and the other one, they keep saying bad words and swearing, and they show the images of the water molecules. So that had a major impact, and I was obviously very shocked by that, and that was very much in connection with this concept called blessing, where we learn to bless everyone. We learn to bless people who we dislike or who we're not in the comfort zone with, and we also learn to bless people uh, who we do like and who we want to do better in life. So I started using this for all the things that I wanted in life. And they call, certain people call it the power of manifestation, certain people call it the power of mind, and so on. So this was another thing which was drastically useful. There have been a number of instances. For example, my CA exam, I had set a mark for myself, and I used to bless, saying that okay, so, and I do meditation on a day-to-day basis as well. So that obviously helped. So what they say is you do your blessings after your meditation, right? So I used to bless regarding certain, let's say, a goal which I want to achieve, and I've done this like 3 times. I started off as a trial. Okay, I didn't want to just believe it just because I was being told. So I started doing it as a trial, saying, okay, let's see if this works or not. And the first time it worked, I was like, okay, maybe it's a coincidence because I put in the hard work as well. And it has worked multiple times. And yeah, so that is something amazing. Just imagine, like, you can get what you want, and all you have to do is just take a few minutes and invest it for your future, as I said. So I would say more than doing a lot of things, I wouldn't, you know, this is something which is I experience on a personal level. I couldn't immediately start a lot of things. Even after these classes, I was very on and off with exercises. I used to do meditation and Kaya Kalpa and a couple of exercises like, let's say, Maharasana on a regular basis, but I couldn't do everything together. So maybe if you're someone like me, what I would tell you is take one step at a time. If you want to start off with Kaya Kalpa, start off with Kaya Kalpa, but do it consistently, because that is where the major difference happens. Once you do that, it becomes a part of your daily routine. And that is when you'll also start seeing the difference. And once you start seeing the difference, that becomes another motivational factor for you to do it on a regular basis again. So if you're starting off with that, start off with that, but do it consistently. Do it consistently. That would, be uh, my advice. So, so yeah, that's it, I guess. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.